Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something important, burnout.
Yeah, big topic.
Exactly, but not just general burnout. We're focusing specifically on gym leadership burnout.
Right.
Because as Jim Thomas puts it in the white paper we're looking at, even the most dedicated gym leaders burn out. It happens.
And we know you listening are likely juggling a million things.
Mhm.
Coach, manager, motivator, maybe feeling a bit swamped yourself.
Definitely. So think of this as your shortcut, a way to quickly understand what might be going on and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
Yeah, practical steps.
Exactly. Our guide today is this white paper by Jim Thomas. It's really aimed at independent gym owners, boutique studios, the entrepreneurs in fitness.
And it's not just about pointing out the problem, right?
Yeah.
It's focused on solutions.
That's the goal here. We want to pull out the key insights for you, help you see the specific causes of burnout in your role, and give you some actionable strategies.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first things first. What does burnout actually, look like for a gym owner? It's got to be more than just feeling tired.
Oh, for sure. It's quite distinct. The white paper lists some really specific signs.
Like what?
Well, imagine, dreading the drive to your own gym, the place you build,
Wow, yeah.
or just feeling flat,
Hmm.
emotionally numb, maybe.
Yeah.
Even when good things are happening.
Mm.
You might find yourself getting irritable, snapping at staff, or even members over small things.
Okay.
That big vision you had, it starts to feel distant, maybe neglected. You just kind of operate on autopilot, going through the motions.
Right, just keeping the lights on.
Exactly. And maybe the biggest sign? Seriously fantasizing about walking away, just leaving it all behind.
That's a heavy one. But it's crucial, like Thomas says, not to see these as signs you failed, right?
Absolutely not. He uses a great analogy. It's like overtraining in fitness.
Okay.
You wouldn't just ignore torn muscle and keep lifting, would you? These signs are alerts. Your passion is running on fumes, as he puts it.
So it's a warning signal, not a character flaw. Good. Okay, so why does this happen specifically to gym owners? It can't just be the long hours.
No, it's more nuanced than that. It's about the kind of hours you're putting in, and often the lack of support. The white paper highlights 4 main causes.
Let's break those down. What's the first one?
First up is emotional labor.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it as the leader. You're always on. You have to be positive, motivating, managing everyone else's energy.
Constantly giving, basically.
Exactly. You're handling member frustrations, staff issues, all while trying to keep your own energy up. It's incredibly draining over time, giving out that much energy without getting it back. That creates a real deficit.
That makes sense. You're the emotional rock for everyone.
Right.
Okay, what's number 2?
Decision fatigue. Just picture the sheer volume of choices you make every single day.
Yeah.
Pricing strategies, equipment breaking down, who to hire, how to handle a member complaint.
It's endless.
It really is. And each little decision, it chips away at your mental energy. That cumulative weight just gets exhausting, decision after decision. The mental load is huge.
You can see how that would build up. Constantly juggling. What's the third cause?
The third one is a really tough one. Lack of progress.
Meaning?
Meaning you're putting in so much effort, the hours, the sweat, the mental energy, but you're not seeing the results you expect or feel you deserve.
That disconnect.
Precisely. That feeling of pushing so hard, but not really moving forward, the white paper calls it, that dissonance is exhausting.
Yeah, like running in place. That would be incredibly demoralizing. Okay, and the final cause.
Isolation. This one really hits home for a lot of independent owners.
How so?
Well, you often don't have a board of directors or mentors or even just a solid group of peers who truly understand the unique pressures you're under.
Right, who get it.
Exactly. So you end up feeling, like the paper says, on your own island.
That sounds lonely and probably makes everything else feel harder. Does the paper mention if that changes much as a gym gets bigger?
That's a really good point. It can sometimes shift. Maybe you build a management team. But that core feeling of ultimate responsibility often remains. It highlights that vulnerability.
Okay, so let's recap the causes. It's not just being busy.
No.
It's, as the paper says, being busy without direction, without help, and without renewal. That really sums it up.
Yeah, that line captures it perfectly.
All right, so we understand the what and the why. Let's pivot to the how. How do we fix this? The white paper talks about a 5-part renewal framework. Sounds promising.
It really is. And the goal isn't just to, survive. It's about setting things up so you can actually thrive.
Okay, I like the sound of that. What's part 1?
Part 1 is crucial and maybe the hardest for some. Press pause without guilt.
Easier said than done.
Totally. But it means taking a real break, like
Mhm.
48 hours minimum, maybe even a full week. and truly disconnecting.
No checking emails, no quick calls.
None. A
Mhm.
genuine disconnect.
Okay, but the immediate fear is, what happens to the gym? Will it fall apart if I step away?
And that's where the white paper adds a really insightful pro tip. If your gym can't function without you for a short break,
Uh-oh.
that's actually a sign. Not that you're indispensable in a good way, but that you need better systems and better staff training. Your inability to step away points to an operational issue.
Ooh, that's a perspective shift. Okay, so taking a real break is step one. What's step two?
Step 2 is reconnect with your why.
Your purpose.
Exactly. Burnout often happens when the daily grind makes you forget why you started. So ask yourself those big questions again, like,
Right.
why did I pour everything into this gym in the first place? What was my dream for it? Who am I actually helping here? And how am I making a difference?
Getting back to that original passion.
Yes, dig out that mission statement or just your core reasons. Write them down. Talk about them with your team. Let that why start guiding your decisions again. It refuels you.
That makes a lot of sense. When you feel lost in the weeds, remembering the purpose is huge.
Okay, step 3.
Step three, offload energy drainers. Get rid of stuff that sucks the life out of you.
Pretty much. Take a hard look at what tasks, responsibilities, even which people or interactions consistently leave you feeling depleted.
Amen.
Then you act. The paper suggests 3 things. Delegate, maybe hire a VA, maybe promote someone internally to handle admin stuff.
Okay.
Automate. Use your gym software for things like billing, member follow-ups, check-ins. Take repetitive tasks off your plate
Smart.
and eliminate. Seriously, just stop doing things that aren't essential or aren't moving the needle. Cut out low-impact promotions or tasks.
Be ruthless about it. The paper had a strong line here, didn't it?
It did. It basically says, you are not the janitor, bookkeeper, and social media manager. You are the CEO.
Right. Focus on the high-level stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's delegate, automate, eliminate. What's part four?
Part 4 is get a coach or join a peer group. Don't go it alone.
Why is that outside support so important?
Because we all need feedback, right? We need accountability. We need a safe space to talk about the real challenges with people who understand.
Yeah, that isolation factor again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The paper says talking to people who've been there is not just comforting, it's clarifying. Find a mentor, join a mastermind group with other owners, hire a consultant who knows the fitness biz.
Get someone in your corner.
Absolutely. That outside perspective can be game-changing.
Okay, makes sense. And the fifth and final part of the framework,
Create CEO time every week.
like dedicated strategy time.
Yes. Block out 2-3 hours every single week. Non-negotiable. This time is not for putting out fires or answering emails.
So what is it for?
It's for working on the business, not just in it. Reviewing financials, planning marketing, developing your staff, thinking about growth, exploring partnerships, high-level strategic work.
Stepping back to see the bigger picture.
Exactly. The paper calls this energy leadership. It's the opposite of the chaos that fuels burnout. This protected time brings clarity and direction.
Okay, that 5-part framework, pause. Why? Offload, coach, CEO time sounds like a really solid plan. The paper also had some extra tips, right? Kind of bonus ideas.
Yeah, just some extra ways to kind of reignite the spark.
What were those?
Things like actually attending fitness conferences again, getting exposed to new ideas, networking.
Getting out of your own bubble.
Yeah, or visiting other gyms. See what they're doing, get inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Also, setting a new personal fitness goal for yourself.
Oh, interesting, like competing or learning something new.
Exactly, reconnect with being an athlete yourself. And finally, celebrating the wins. Create a system to actually track and acknowledge progress, yours, your team's, your members.
Don't just focus on the problems.
Right. These little things help nurture that original enthusiasm.
Great tips. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the main takeaway from Jim Thomas's white paper on gym owner burnout?
I think the biggest thing is burnout is a warning sign, not a weakness. It's telling you something needs to change.
And renewal isn't optional.
Not at all. It's essential. Just like rest days are essential for training. This 5-part framework we discussed, that's your roadmap to renewal. Press pause, reconnect with why, offload drainers, get support, and make CEO time.
And it comes back to that powerful reminder from the paper.
Yeah. Your gym doesn't just need a new paint job, more leads, or updated signage. It needs you at your best.
Your passion, your energy.
Your leadership.
So the final thought for everyone listening, reflecting on those 5 renewal steps.
Yeah. Which one feels most urgent for you right now? Is it pausing, reconnecting, offloading, getting help, or making that CEO time?
And maybe think, what's one small thing, One tiny action you could take this week to start moving towards that.
That first small step often makes the biggest difference. Just start somewhere.
Definitely. And look, if you want to explore this further, Jim Thomas actually provides his contact info in the white
Oh,
paper.
great. Yeah.
You can call or text him. The number is 214-629-7223. His email is jthomas@fmconsulting.net, and the website is fmconsulting.net.
So if you want to connect directly about these ideas, those options are there, straight from the source material.
Exactly. A potential resource if you feel you need more tailored support.